ET fees, one up for the workers, isn't it? No more placing your hand on a woman's bottom for a quick fill, no more unfair dismissal. But one question and one question alone. Where did all the money go? Or where is all the money coming from to enable the government to pay it all back?
The result today is that employment tribunal fees have been declared to be unlawful. We all knew they were immoral before, but now they are officially unlawful. But the government has really got to answer questions about this, because we've been raising it in Parliament, the unions have been raising it with them, and they just wouldn't listen at all. And what this goes to show is that the government have deliberately blocked access to justice. This was a deliberate policy by the Conservatives and by the Liberal Democrats to block access to justice for ordinary working people, not to be discriminated against on grounds of being pregnant, not to be discriminated against on grounds of gender or race or religious belief. They viewed people trying to assert those rights not as citizens with rights, but actually as consumers or customers, which says a lot about their view of justice and access to justice.
According to a report since the start of these fees, introduced by Chris Grayling when he was Lord Chancellor in David Cameron's government, the number of cases in regards to sexual discrimination and, believe it or not, maternity discrimination has fallen dramatically. It allowed bosses to get away with things they probably would never have gotten away with. Now, you may already know the average charge for these fees, but just in case you don't, the fees were between £390 to £1,200, and that charge has been going since 2013, so it has accumulated a large amount of money in result of them fees. But the government, I would say, and if you do know, put a comment in the box below, without looking into it, would take a small percentage of them. But now, due to a landmark win by Unison, the government have to pay everyone back, as the fees are now deemed to be unlawful. No surprise there. How many more illegal practices and unlawful practices can the Conservatives further get away with? Arguably, they got away with election fraud, and don't even get me started on the child abuse inquiry. But they now have to pay everyone back to the tune of between 27 and 32 million. And where is that sum of funds going to come from? The Tories are prolonging the cap considered to be a pay cut in the public sector, due to make further cuts to the police next year, even though the Home Office say they aren't. And I don't believe that for a minute, mind you, and will not budge on any circumstance on funding to the NHS. But remember that all-important £1.5 billion payout to the DUP? They managed to find that out of thin air, didn't they? And now they have to pay out £32 million to people that have paid out these fees since 2013. So could it be said that magic money tree is once again beginning to sprout cash once more? So when Theresa May says there is no money, is she in fact telling little fibbies? And if they are holding back funds, let's say for a rainy day, why are they holding it back at the detriment of our much needed services? Now workers can at least feel a bit protected. Many of these leering bosses that think they can say and do what they want with workers that in the past have had to put up or shut up, don't have to do it anymore. What this latest battle that Unison has won proves is that united we can achieve and win against the government. Unison is a union. A union is a collective of members that are united and protect each other. So could there be, at last, sustenance in what I say every time? United, we can have a better society and a better political system. Have you been subject to these fees? Does this prove to you that finally the people have power, and if we take on the government, there is always hope? Place your comments in the box below. We are now almost at 300 subs, and I want this channel to be recognised so your voices can finally get heard. Click subscribe, and together me and you can make it happen. Thanks for watching. Bye bye for now. It's one up for the workers, isn't it? No more placing your hand on a woman's bottom. fees, one up for the workers, isn't it? No more placing your hand on a wood. ET fees, one up for the workers, isn't it? No more placing your hand on a wood. I cannot say that fucking word woman.